basketball.
I'm Leah. I'm on the track and field team.
I'm Lauren Harris, a jumper and hurdler on the track and field team.
Hi, I'm Kennedy Brace. I'm with women's track and field here.
Hi, my name is Mara Oliveira, and I'm a sprinter here at the U.
My name is Sierra Oliveira, and I run track and field at the U.
It's Liam Bayshard, and I'm part of women's track and field.
Currently, yes, but in the past, no, I have not been happy.
You know, it could be better. I wouldn't say like I'm happy, but I'm just like fine, just okay.
I'm not the happiest I could be. Could be happy.
That's a better answer.
A lot of times it makes me overwhelmed.
Hard to be by yourself all the time and to really focus on your goals, but it can get overwhelming and it's isolating a bit.
I think both in a positive and negative way. I think that us athletes deal with a lot of like stress outside of like academics, just having the pressures and big expectations, so it can be kind of hard to deal with.
I mean, I would say sports was great for my mental health when it was fun, and then I got to college and it really wasn't fun anymore because they kind of just started, you know, treating us like objects almost, kind of like robots. Like they need you to perform, and if you're not performing, they don't really care about you.
I would say the sport made my mental health worse, but at the same time, it also made me like mentally stronger.
Over the last 2.5 years that I've been here, I would say the first half, like sports have kind of harmed my mental health. It wasn't until like this year that I've actually like been happier doing my sport and participating in track and field.
You can explain.
Yeah, with time management especially. It's hard to balance school, track, and then outside social
I
relationships.
think like track kind of affects academics, like they kind of work together, so I think I'm more stressed than I would normally be just because of the combination of the two.
In college?
No.
Definitely.
I do not.
No.
Is there a reason? Was going to until this season, and now I don't know because it's been so hard mentally.
No.
Honestly, it's the mental health aspect. I just feel like it's not helping with my mental health anymore, and my passion for it is not the same as it used to be.
Yeah, I rewatch my videos like every day, like all day, every day. It kind of, in a way, it's helpful, but also in a way it's negative because when you make a mistake, you're just kind of rewatching it and reliving in that moment.
Social media definitely makes my anxiety worse. I think that it made me really depressed in the past because I was just so hyper focused on what others were doing, what others thought, and I feel like I do kind of overanalyze my races a lot just because I'm kind of a perfectionist and I just want to be better in any way possible. So yeah,
My videos, it helps a little bit as far as like analyzing my race and understanding like what I did wrong so that I can improve the next time. But then as far as social media, seeing other people running well or like doing better than I'm doing, like the comparisons kind of hurt a little bit, and especially when I feel like I could be doing better than what I'm doing right now.
Social media adds a bit more stress to it just because, you know, you're constantly comparing yourself to other people.
I actually try to stay off social media during track season because I don't like seeing how everybody's doing great and I'm not.
Yeah.
So,
I would say the only bad thing would be like maybe comparing yourself to other people.
Yeah, it's hard.
But besides that.
For the majority of the part, when we find a window, but there's not a lot of time for it, but just whenever you get a window for it.
During this season, I really don't have any time to myself.
No.
Not as much as I'd want to, but I definitely do try my best to find that time. But again, there's so much you do in a day, you get really tired.
Never.
Nope.
Maybe on the weekend.
Maybe off season.
Yeah.
I have time, but not as much time as I'd like to have.
Depression before, but that's probably about it.
You have to be at a team lift at 6 a.m., but you're accidentally 1 minute late because you slept through your alarm. Your heart's pounding from sprinting to the gym, but nobody cares that it's because you were up until 2 a.m. studying for an exam that you still don't feel prepared for. You can feel the tension between you and your teammates who now have to run sprints tomorrow at 6 a.m. because you were 1 minute late. You start the lift, and your mind's just not in the right place, but it doesn't matter. You have to lift. And as soon as it's over, you scarf down breakfast on your way to 8 a.m. class, and you get there, and your hair's still wet, because you didn't have time to dry it. The professor looks at you and says, "Where's the homework assignment?" But you forgot it. How could you forget it? You were supposed to be on top of everything, so you sit there and you worry about what else you might have forgot. And at noon, you get a 30-minute break. But it's not really a break because you use it to quickly make up an assignment you missed for last week's game. And soon, it's 12:10. And to you, 40 minutes does not feel like enough time to get on the court and be ready, even though it actually is. So you head over, and at 1, practice is starting. And you have to forget everything that happened in your day, because at practice, you have to perform. You can't not perform. There's someone better than you, someone competing with you, and someone in high school who just committed to be you. So forget the 0 on your assignment. Forget the test you're not prepared for. Forget the friends you haven't seen in weeks. Forget the argument you've been in with your parent. Play well, pass well, perform. And when it's finally over, you find yourself staring in the locker room mirror, trying not to cry. And you ask yourself, is this how I'm supposed to feel?
Anxiety management is an important aspect of sports performance. Clearly, at the Olympic Games, at World Championships, at the highest level, athletes are going to be under pressure, and they need to be able to cope with that pressure. Sometimes being too anxious can actually undermine an athlete's performance. It can be suboptimal. So relaxation techniques are extremely important in this regard, and psychologists will work with athletes to try and help them to relax. So it might involve things like breathing, stretching, relaxing the muscles, but it'll also use things like music and meditation. Michael Phelps is a good example. He listens to music right up to the few minutes before his event. And that music will get him to the right frame of mind for that event. It'll help him to relax, but it'll also motivate him. Here's a good example of somebody using those techniques to the greatest extent. This is Yelena Isinbayeva, double Olympic champion at the pole vault and also the world record holder. This is her at the 2012 Olympics. She's clearly very relaxed.
To manage your anxiety. Can you share a little bit of that with us, what that is exactly that's helped?
There's actually a lot of it. I like to have homework, which I never really liked homework in school, but when it comes to mental health therapy, there's a lot of different work. Sometimes there's a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 method. There's also the breathing methods that we have. I have little workshops on the app that I'm given that I like to do because it takes my mind off of things and it calms me down so that I don't feel so anxious. So